Hey you guys, it's Vijaya back at you with another video, and in this one I'm going to show you how to make shrimp korma. Now korma can be prepared with so many different types of protein, lamb, fish, you name it, you can make a korma. And what it is a curry that is creamy and typically prepared with either coconut or a nut paste, so like a cashew nut paste. Today I'm going to show you my very simple preparation that's going to use coconut milk. It's super aromatic, it's slightly spicy, and it's just so good. But before we get started, don't forget to hit me up on the gram. That's usually the first place I post my recipes for the first time, and it's a good way for us to stay in touch. And if you're looking for the full recipe, just click that info box down below and everything you need is there. Let's make some shrimp curry. So I have a few aromatics that are gonna start the base of our curry, and of course you're familiar with them. I have a little bit of onion, some fresh ginger, as well as some garlic, and we're all gonna chop them up. And by all, I mean I'm gonna chop them up and you're gonna watch me chop them up, and I'll hope that you guys will chop them up the same way at home. All right, so my favorite way to slice onion is to go across a few times like this with a really sharp knife, and then to go down. And then that creates like this little fan of onion, and then that way you get a nice fine dice on it. So up next is the garlic, and I like to start by smashing my garlic. Oh, I think a bit of garlic hit my wall. It just ricocheted off my wall. Anyhow, smashing it like this gets it into nice small pieces, and then you can go in and then mince away. So I have some ginger here that I've peeled, and the reason why I've peeled this ginger is because it's going to be sliced up and then finely minced. Usually when I grate ginger, I don't peel it because the peel is so fine, but in this instance, I do like to peel it. So you wanna slice it nice and thin, then line it up like this, run your knife across to create little matchsticks. Ta-da, this is also known as a julienne, or julienne en français. And then you're gonna chop it up into little squares. And then we have half a tomato, okay? And the interesting thing about the tomato is that we're gonna use it as an aromatic, so I'm literally gonna cut it up into 4 pieces, and that's that, okay? It's just gonna bring a little bit of vibrancy to the korma, a little bit of acidity, as well as a beautiful red color. And we're gonna add in some Thai green chili, and this is gonna give the korma just a bit of heat, and we're gonna mince these up fine. All my base ingredients are chopped up, as you can see, and I put them on different plates because they're going in at different times into the pot, as well as I have my beautiful shrimp here. They're nice and big and plump, and so they were from frozen, and I let them thaw in a little bit of cold water until they came up to temperature, and then peeled them. And these are what we need to just get our curry going, our korma going, so let's hit the stove and cook this together. All right, so to this pot, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to get things going. And because I want a nutty flavor, at this point you can add a little bit of butter. Sorry, I was reaching for the butter, or some clarified butter, which has all the milk solids removed, okay? And I love that little sizzle that we have going on there. And the butter, or clarified butter paired with the coconut milk, is so tasty, all right? So as that's melting up, let's talk spices. I have some whole spices here, and the reason why I'm using whole is because I wanted to just perfume the korma and not overwhelm it, right? So I have some bay leaf here, a stick of cinnamon. This is Star Anise. It has a beautiful licoricey flavor, and it looks like a star or a flower, so gorgeous. Some clove, as well as some cardamom pods. They're green cardamom. I'm gonna pop in all my spices, and then they're gonna start to sizzle up. And you'll know when they're ready when the cloves are nice and puffy. So you want to give this about 15 to 30 seconds for them to come up to temperature and to release their natural oils into the pot. My spices have puffed up beautifully, most notably the clove. And now I'm going to go in with my onions. Beautiful sizzle there. And we're going to saute these off until they're nice and soft. In go my fresh ginger and garlic. And I love what the fresh ginger is gonna do to this mix. It's just gonna add a lovely bite, a little bit of heat. And in go my fresh green chilies. And that's gonna add a bit of a punch to the korma, but it's not gonna be too crazy spicy. Now I'm gonna add in a little bit of water, And this is gonna help cut the coconut milk a little bit, as well as my tomato. So that's just gonna float right on in, like so. And we're gonna let this come up to the simmer. All right, so this is the coconut milk that I'm using today. It's by Roy D. And I love it because it's really rich and full, and you're just gonna use an entire tin of this. And we're just gonna give that a stir, and look at that. It's so creamy. And again, I'm gonna bring this up to the simmer, but before we add anything else, I'm just gonna season up with a little bit of salt. There we go. And once it comes up to the simmer, we'll add some shrimp. And now I'm gonna add my shrimp to the simmering korma. And shrimp don't take that long to cook, and that's why I love, love, love this curry. So we're gonna keep this on medium-low heat, and we're gonna cook it for about 2.5 minutes, and that'll give us enough time to beautifully cook that shrimp through and keep it nice and tender and juicy in the middle. But I'm loving these colors already, so gorgeous. So the last 3 things that are gonna go into this korma are some herbs and some lemon. So I have some fresh coriander here, some fresh mint that are gonna add a ton of brightness to this super rich curry, as well as the lemon, which is just gonna brighten all the flavors and bring them together. So let's get chopping. So I'm gonna squeeze in the juice of about half a lemon, and you're just gonna use your hand to catch any of those little pips, because you don't want that going in there. Perfect. And last but not least, all those herbs. I love, love, love the combination of colors here. We're just gonna stir that through, and it's absolutely stunning. The beautiful red of the tomato, those little orange shrimp popping in there, and the white korma. Let's tuck in. So something to note about this curry is that it's a little on the thinner side because this is a South Indian korma, and typically we eat this with rice, right? So you pour it over the rice, you mix it together, and then you eat it with your hands. You don't have to eat it with your hands, but trust me, it's an experience. You guys should all get on it. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that beautiful korma broth, a piece of shrimp. You guys, I think I'm gonna do my mom proud with this one, because this is exactly how she makes korma at home. This is spot on. I love the flavor of this korma because it's so delicate. So you just get a little bit of heat hitting the back of your throat from those green chilies, but that creamy coconut paired with all of those whole spices and that little bit of lemon at the end that adds a little bit of brightness to the korma. So, so good. And I should mention the herbs, the mint, the coriander. Those are the kickers in this one. Brings such a level of brightness to things, and it makes this curry irresistible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give me a big ol' thumbs up. You know how that makes me feel. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe for more videos. And as always, if you have a question, concern, comment, or request, leave it in the comments box down below. Until my next video, I will see you all later. Bye.